Welcome to the behind the scenes for Already There. We just wanted to give you a little background on how we came up with this and where it started.
We started writing it where we started writing the story a year ago, and that was at my in-laws, and we were in the same chairs in the same family room, Joanna and I just sitting side by side.
We went up there and started working on a story about a man who was like Job from the Bible, who is doing God's will for his life, is following God, and tough times hit, but he trusts God through it.
We wanted to communicate what it meant to have faith in God even during the tough times, like Job did. And as we started kicking around ideas, it came about to a man who felt called to the mission field and went there with a heart for God and would run into circumstances that would test his faith. And what we wanted to accomplish with the storyline was to encourage people to keep their trust in God even when the going gets tough, as well as present the gospel through it.
Friends, I'd like to tell you a story that has the power to change your lives forever.
We've been blessed again this year to have a really great group of actors. Some of them have never done anything like this before, but are doing a fabulous job. I think everyone's doing a really great job, and it's really neat to see them grow in their characters and just put their all into it.
Friends, Jesus died to save us from our sins, but after 3 days, he rose victorious from the grave, conquering sin and death. He is no longer dead. He is alive. Joby was an interesting person for me to play. He's different than I am, and much more outgoing, and how he relates to people he doesn't know all that well is something different than I do.
Sometimes we do things that are out of our comfort zone, and I never would have pictured myself doing something like this, but it's such a freeing thing to embrace something you're afraid of. Just do it. I think we'll remember these parts that we played, and the words go through our mind a lot. And just throughout the day, I'll say things to him.
No
Call
matter
him Joey,
what.
No matter what.
We don't have to be afraid. God is with us, and he will be with us through every storm.
How do we follow Jesus? What does he want from us?
I like my character a whole lot. I think that she is very loyal actually to her tribe, and she is very thoughtful about the things that Joby, the missionary, and his wife are bringing to them. And I think that she takes it to heart and goes with what the truth is.
Dear Jesus, I need you. I recognize that I have broken your laws and need your forgiveness. Please forgive me and give me the peace and the love that you have given my new friend. May you be the Lord of my life from this day forward. I put my trust in you, Jesus.
I think my character cares a lot for his people. He's so ingrained in his gods and his spirituality that it's hard for him to accept somebody coming in, and especially someone so close to him, his sister, to be converted to something he doesn't understand yet.
We must delay no longer. Andreo, take your men and go. Show this missionary whose gods are the stronger.
Honestly, the favorite part is I get to repeatedly take down Joby. And we've gotten so good at it, he knows where to go, and I know how to hit him, and we've had a blast and a lot of fun, so I would love to do it again.
In turn,
Hey, how dare you speak to the chief's own sister in such a way? You disregard our gods, and now you seek to take away one of our own?
My character is multidimensional, and one of the things that is hard for her is how much she loves Imani and how much it breaks her heart that when Imani pulls away from the tribe. And It's emotional because I get really mean, but it's to somebody that I love. So it's been fun. I thought you were loyal to our gods, to our tribe, to your brother.
I am loyal to you and to him, but I cannot be loyal to something that isn't real. How could I rightly pledge my allegiance to something other than the one true God?
Imani, you have got...
Wait, I think she's right.
What?
Don't you see? Jesus is the one who can save us from death. And I want to serve him for the rest of my life.
I think it's been a blast. I've never done anything like this before, and I have totally enjoyed being with everybody and doing something that's kind of big and that's going to be an outreach to the community. It's really cool.
Imani, what are you saying?
What did she say?
She didn't say anything.
What?
What?
Ladies.
Sorry.
My favorite part's probably been when I get to run up the center aisle, but I've always been scared when I run up the stairs that I might trip and fall.
When Joby gets beat up, it's like, it's not a main thing, it's just like, it's cool with the strobe lights, and it's like, boom, 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 and it's like all slow motion, it's like,
We wanted to do more with the video and be able to complete the story that was on the stage in the video background. So we went out to Mecca, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Borrego. We shot in Painted Canyon. We're able to set up a little village scene out there. There was already a fire pit built, so it was really perfect. We had a friend come out with his drone, so we got some really neat drone footage, and yeah, we had a lot of fun out there.
They're the best. They're the A-team. We got the top of the line on this one.
One of my favorite things was shooting out in the where we took the video. That was beautiful and just a really fun day, and we had a picnic, and it just was a great day. I'll always remember that.
The best part about this was going and shooting on location. I had a great time going out there. It was really cool to see how the actors could just turn it on right at the moment. I was really impressed with Marion when we were doing the video shoots. It was like so moving, and then I knew when we got to the time of Joanna singing that song that it was going to be really powerful. So I think that was one of the things I was really impressed with, is just how the actors did so good on camera and switching that on, and then just the ability to go out in some of the most beautiful areas was a real awesome part of it.
It's always a blessing to play with my kids. Sarah had a neat bass line that she did this time around. Michael with his drums on this one was very cool. Joanna on the strings. So that's always very fulfilling and has a special spot in my heart. To have Sandy back this year from last year was really, really good.
When I broke my stick in a music practice, just because it was my first one, and so that was awesome.
It takes hard work to get good at what you do. You're gonna do it well, and just to put your all into it.
My favorite part of it has been just getting together with the Meller family and with these musicians and playing this music together. And it's been a great faith journey as well. Everybody here at this church is really faithful. You can just see the passion that people have to spread the gospel. So just knowing that this is going to be a community effort, that people can come and watch it, and that there's going to be a DVD produced. So down the road, people are going to see it and get a great message from it. So it's really a blessing.
Musically, we wanted to pick songs that would support the topic of trusting in God through the challenging times. So Praise You in the Storm was the main song that we picked, which is a great song with a great message. That was the song we really wanted things to turn in to where it was gripping your heart and you were really hanging on with the lead character and trusting God through this difficult time.
I will lift my hands, for you are who you are, no matter where I am.
the opening song that we decided to start with was Children of God, and that was a song that we'd actually played for VBS the year before, so that was thankfully kind of a familiar song, and it was really fun to get to do it again and add Miss Sandy with an actual piano to the band, and instrumentation of it gave it a really neat feel, and I think it's a fun way to open up the production.
The idea came up to tie Alive back into it, which was our closing song last year with the story, and it would become almost the opening song originally before we added Children of God to it. So it kind of ties the two productions together, and this was real fun to do because Joanna was on keyboard and Sandy was playing piano for this one, and it really filled it out. It's just amazing, Jackie, what you do to those songs. Alive, and also the harmony on Praise You in the Storm is just, it is just, as I listen to it over and over and over again, really, really like
it. What I'm admiring about this group is, and I'm kind of proud in a good sense too, it's all hard work. I can tell it's gone into this, and also the courage it takes. Many people who've said for the first time, I've never been up here, I've never done anything like that, and that kind of is the definition of courage, is going ahead and doing something that needs to be done in the face of fear. And the pastor kind of said too that there's going to be spiritual warfare, and I just think it's a victory to be able to do something in spite of your fear. I'm thankful that you invited me again to be a part of this, and I get to sing with Mike Chell.
And I'll praise you in this Lord, and I will lift my hands, for you are who you are, no matter where I am.
Another song we wanted to pull in was This Is Amazing Grace, and just have that be the song where, you know, the second main character is able to turn and trust in Jesus, and so we wanted to be able to celebrate with her through that song, and I think Pastor Ryan does a great job.
This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love.
And that's where we break out a character, so to speak, and it's more of a congregational worship song where everybody's rejoicing over Imani, who's come to know the Lord. And it's after that that it shifts from that uplifting part to the sobering part of the persecution coming against Joby, and that's where Praise You in the Storm comes in. And then we go back to back. We go from that one and the persecution with Joby right into the persecution against Imani, and we do What I Know.
But what I know is you, my God, are real. No matter how I feel, you've never let me go.
I think it's the first song I've ever had to learn for production that I haven't known before. So it's been fun for me to get to learn this song.
And then the last song is, again, a song about trusting in God when you don't know what lies ahead, but you have that trust that He does, and it's all going to turn out in the end regardless of what might happen along the way. And it was from that song that we came up with the title, because that really communicated the idea of trusting God, because He's trustworthy and He knows the end from the beginning, and what better one to put our trust in than Him, because of the fact that He has our best interests at heart and He knows what's coming.
And you're already there. You're already there.
It's been a really good production behind the scenes. I just think there's been a lot of wisdom from Steve and how he's planned the practices and how he's met with people individually and taken the load off a lot of the actors, a lot of the musicians, and making it a lot more enjoyable for all of us. So I think that Steve's done a great job leading it, and you, Joanna, too. So.
Just being able to sit in the back and take in the whole thing, you know, in one big picture, and it's very impactful. And I was just thinking, when I was watching it, that it's a snapshot, this story, this play is being reenacted like in many places throughout the world. And it's just pretty cool.
Now we have a choice to make. We can either trust Jesus or reject him.
Well, other than working with Ryan and Paul, I would say just watching it all come together, watching people develop, get better, memorize their lines, watching the passion just kind of grow in everybody who's involved. Even us working behind the scenes, just kind of like, okay, can you be better? Okay, we got to get the light on at the right time. And it's been fun to watch just kind of everybody grow and watch this whole thing come to fruition.
Just like last year, we were hoping the whole process of putting this together, whether it's rehearsing or filming out in the desert, would be a good experience for everybody who is part of it, that we would grow closer together as brothers and sisters in the Lord as we're doing this work together.
Like the last play we did, I like the camaraderie that we have with the people doing the play together. I like the message that we're sending. The way that we did the multimedia makes it really cool, you know, doing the video.
I've grown very close with everybody during this whole production, and it's been so much fun and just amazing to be able to share this with everybody and learning about the different people within my church in a different aspect has been really cool.
So we really hope you enjoy this production of Already There.